Welcome back to London. It's always nice to meet old friends and a new group who are fantastic. They're all over the internet. They're all over everywhere. You can meet Gina Murray. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks, Alex.
I love that sultry, deep, sexy voice you have. The last time I saw you was Mama Morton, weren't you?
Yes, I mean, this is actually my real voice, but...
Mama Morton needed a bit more guts, so I put that on.
And Mazz, how are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
Nice to see you again. We haven't spoken since We Will Rock You. There you were, of course, stealing the show every night. Do you miss it?
I miss it terribly. I miss the wonderful music and the wonderful costumes, but I couldn't breathe in.
And Emma, how are you doing?
So good, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you at last, because I've heard so much about you. They've been on the phone telling me all about you. They said you're delicious and gorgeous and talented. How are you together to form this threesome?
Oh, you want to talk about threesomes? I've been working with Gina and Mazz over many years, and separate on separate things, with Mazz on Fame and with Gina on various things, sessions and things like that. And with both of them, I just clicked, and it's a bit of a sisterhood, really, and a sense of humour. And one day, I just got a call out of nowhere after I'd seen Gina on a job, and Mazz said to me, "You have to join our group." And I said, "Oh yeah, what group is that then?" She said, "Well, it's called Woman, and we've got this and that coming up, and you have to not go on the tour that you are booked on, and you have to commit to our group instead." So I said, "Well, as it's you, Mazz, I will do it." And what was it? That is almost.
She actually said, "I'll have to think about it. I'll do it." and that was it. And it was wonderful, and she's gorgeous, and we love her.
Do you not give people options then? When you ask them to do something, you tell them you don't
I've
ask?
decided, yeah, that's it. That's the art of manipulation. I went out with a man once because he talked me into the fact that I am going to go out with him. And I went out with him, and I can't believe I went out with him, and I thought, I'm going to use that.
I find it fascinating that any man would go out with you because you're so intimidating.
Well, yeah, I only married one of them, and I talked him into it, to be fair. Yeah, yes.
I've said this before and I'll say it again, you're all huge personalities, and in my view, three of the most talented women in the West End, no question. But starting with you, Mazz, I mean, you've just got this phenomenal character about you and personality. You were born with it, weren't you? You can't really be taught it.
I actually wasn't born with it. I was very, very shy, and I was very much in my sister's shadow, and I just wanted to be her. I didn't even want to go to theatre school. I wanted to be a nurse. What about you looking at me like, stop rattling that knife? I didn't even want to go to theatre school. I wanted to be a nurse until my mum said, "You do realise you have to wash old people's willies." And that was the end of that. And I was like, I want to go to theatre school.
And you just weren't into that?
No, I'm still not, to be fair. I mean, you know, when things get bad, obviously other jobs cross your mind, but no, I just wanted to be where Gina was. And Gina wanted to go to theatre school, and my mum said, "But do you want to go to theatre school or not? Because it's very expensive. So don't just do it on a whim." I mean, it's not on a whim, I want to go. I had no idea what it was.
Was she a big personality waiting to be discovered, or was she a big bore?
She's never been boring, ever. I would literally listen to her read the phone book. She's always been inspiring, stroke a liar. It's always been the same when we were growing up. I remember being 5 years old in the Isle of Man in my dad's house, and Mazz saying, "Yeah, just today we're having a cow race at school." I said, "What? You're doing what?" "It's a cow race." And she talked me into believing her that they had real live cows that they were going to race. And nothing much has changed.
Listen, not a lot happens when you're 5, okay? Now, when you're 6, she was doing alpha counting. She was doing, you know, everything that I wasn't doing. We weren't doing a thing. So I decided we were going to have cow racing.
So how does it work on stage then? You come on and sing songs and you talk to the audience. Do you get a word in sideways?
No. That really is true. No, that's enough. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Unless it's something I'm really opinion. If you want to start talking about music and the technical stuff about music, I'm really happy to talk about it. But honestly, they won't let me speak.
We cast it very carefully, this role.
How do your voices work together? Because it's not necessarily just because you're three great mates going to have three great voices that work together.
You have to be the type of person that is going to blend. I think what goes wrong with vocal groups is that everybody wants to be the one. And you have to, it is a decision that you make we're going to blend, we're going to listen to each other, we're going to work together, and we're all going to fall into where our voices sit the best.
So you're on top, are you?
Well, I can learn harmonies, I just don't want to.
I can't be bothered.
No.
I think we're incredibly lucky, actually, as well, because Emma's got this wonderful sort of rich, chocolatey, velvet voice underneath, which works really, really well there. Mazz, as she said, is terrific at tune, but she can bash that. And I sort of end up on the top part, which wasn't part of the plan, but actually, 7 times out of 10, I would say that's the plan that we stick to, and it really works very well. And that's just luck. I don't know if you can.
We were very lucky because obviously we blend well as personalities. Otherwise, we wouldn't still be here 2.5 years later. But
that's enough from Emma. So
we're very lucky that our voices also blend very well. When we all start singing together in harmony, it does sound fantastic. We'll give you a bit of a go in a minute.
I'd love the opportunity for that. I've been trying for years. And you got the big break on Loose Women as well. They had you on, didn't they?
It's extremely nerve-wracking because obviously it was our first TV and our first live TV, but obviously we're not going to do it any other way. But it was really nerve-wracking. And there was about 4 nights of, what are we going to wear? What are we going to wear? What are we going to wear? It was, honestly. Because you think, shall we wear that? And everyone goes, don't wear black. And you're like, but I want to wear black.
That doesn't suit me. I
You
don't
can't
want
wear
to wear
black.
that. I can't wear black.
Wear a colour. And you're like, I don't want to wear a colour. Because then it looks like you've just for no reason made worn a cololler.
And then you have to make it look casual, like, yeah, just threw it on.
I've said to you all in the past about your roles in the West End. You've got to have incredible faith, haven't you? Because when you're doing live TV, it only takes one sign man to cock up one microphone and the whole thing falls apart. Do you have to just forget about all that?
I think that you bring somebody that knows their stuff and hope that they don't forget about it while you do.
We have a little line that we say to each other just before we go on, and it goes like this: don't be shit. So you can beat that out.
That tends to work.
That does tend to work, and you have to do it with a real. You've got to eyeball somebody and go, don't be shit.
It's a good moral for life, really, isn't it? In everything.
It is.
That's the note. That's the note.
So you've been touring and you do these clubs in London, and then you're going to the Isle of Wight. That'll be nice. Do you get to go on a ferry?
Yeah, we do.
We did. Oh, right. Here's a wonderful story. We went on the ferry last time. We're thinking, they've really pulled out all the stops and like all the security here, and they're like ushering us through. And they're like, no, girls, come to the front, come to the front. So I'm there in my big car with the girls. We're like, yeah, we're doing the Isle of Wight, amazing. And we're like, brought right to the front, right to the front. They're like, all right, other passengers, if you can just hold back, we're just getting these girls on. We're sitting at the front. We're like, blimey, they've like really proper walkie-talkies giving it, security. And as the gates open and we're getting off the boat, we saw somebody on their radio go, Bananarama coming through. They did.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and we were like, I'm your Venus, bugger it. I'm your fire, let's go with it.
We've had a lovely lunch here, and shall we say where we are or not? Because they haven't treated us particularly well, have they?
No, because we can't do a runner now. I was seriously going to do a runner. I've been using a serviette around my glass and everything for fingerprints.
There's only one question I wanted you to ask me. How long have we been waiting for a table?
Yeah, how long were you waiting for a table?
45 minutes.
And can we talk about your other personal problems today?
Yes, I'm premenstrual.
You didn't need to go there, did she? I mean, really? Do you think we should we take that out or leave it in?
Let's just pretend that never happened.
How do we get on as a threesome? Because we all need to know that you're all falling out and hate each other, because that's what all bands do, don't they?
They do, but I can understand why. It's cabin fever. You spend so much time with each other. And, when you see a band on TV, you're only ever seeing them performing or when things are great. And as a band, you go through all the knocks together as well. And that's the bit that people don't understand and take into consideration. It's all very well when everybody wants you, but you are, which on the one hand is quite good because you're sharing responsibility. If you're a solo artist and, and you're sort of getting stuff thrown at you, you have to take it. But the three of us support each other, but likewise, we dish it out to each other because you take it out on the people you love the most. I think if the group has never, ever been alive for more than 35 days, a manager is wonderful. I think if you have any knowledge of this industry or any experience, I think it's very, very difficult now because I think managers are... they've got an easy ride basically because celebrity is made and celebrities are now our new stars. It never used to be that way. It was raw talent that was developed. And so, I love managers. I think everybody needs a good one.
Here's what I think about you three. You're exceptional individually anyway, and that's the unique thing about this group. How many good singers are there in most groups? There's perhaps one or two, aren't there? Really?
That's the official average statistic. I looked it up.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Thank you.
You're amazing. We first met each other, well, before we met any of these other two. You were in, I think, the Full Monty, weren't you? We weren't even meant to talk. I think I was meant to interview some 97-year-old or something.
Story of my career.
Exactly. And there you were. You jumped in and saved the day. Mazz is just one of the most incredible people ever in the West End. You know what I think about you. I've always been in love. Congratulations on all your businesses. And, of course, Emma's now joining you. Together, isn't this cool?
It is cool. It is. We are the noisiest people in the world, though. Which
I'm
is why
surprised we
can't
haven't
get
been told to be quiet in here. And I think there's a reason why we're sat in the window away from everybody else.
We're not allowed in the main room, are we? Not allowed in the main room.
Shall we all send an email and do the "Do you know who we are" line?
Oh, as if we're not going to tweet it. Absolutely, in 1 minute.
Why don't we do it in tandem?
Yeah, let's do that.
Hit them in one go. Hey, listen, Emma, thank you for speaking to us, and stick up for yourself a bit more. These are two women that don't shut up for morning, noon and night.
I'm going to take that from you. I'm going to use that as my life lesson. Thank you.
And good luck with the painters and decorators.
Oh, thanks.
Listen, Alex Belfield, next time I see you, I want you to be on a cruise liner doing in-house radio presenting Woman!
I'm thinking of doing the Betty Ford Clinic in-house radio as well. I think that would be a good move in my career.
See you there.
Don't you think?
See you there.
Yeah. Girls, thank you very much. Woman is the group. What's your website?
Womantheband.com.
Very nice. You're on Twitter as well.
At Woman the Band.
And of course, you can find you on iTunes.
Yes.
And the song
It all goes to Karen Keating Foundation. The song is I'm a Woman.
You have to Google that.
You have to Google that.
Very good. And I can confirm all three of you are women from what I've seen in the last couple of hours. Congratulations.
And we're not too ever made up, are we?
No, a little trowed on, but there you
This
are.
much in sunlight. But that's okay.
We expected a darker room, if I'm honest.
Not great for a ginger either, really, is it? It's just adding to the problems.
You're gorgeous and you know it.
Your first cover, Ewan McGregor.
Thanks. It could be worse. Hey, listen, girls, thank you very much, and good luck with everything. And search Woman the Band. They're on the internet. Thank you.
Thank you.